This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so the thing is, whatever the question you may have, you can ask me. You can stop me anywhere in the between. It's not like we are disturbing my flow or something is there. Nothing like that. So you can stop me anywhere in the between to ask the questions. So I just wanted to know the background of you people so that I could able to understand better, like from what perspective I can take the class, or what type of examples I could be. It could be very easy to understand the topic or the session. So I just wanted to know about your people. So Dana, could you please brief yourself? Anjinath, am I audible, guys? Venkat, Sashi.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
you're
audible,
audible.
ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, can anyone start? What is your background? Like, are you a fresher, or are you already working with SAP or non-SAP or something like that?
Okay, but I'm a fresher, madam.
Hi, what's your name? Hello. Hello. Trainer, what's your name? Sorry, I forgot your name. Hi, trainer, can you hear me?
I
Guys, can
think
you hear
ma'am is
me?
on some work, I think so. Anjana, hello? Hello? Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, yes, it is audible. I think trainer is not. I mean, can she hear?
I'm not able to hear the trainer also.
Okay, fine.
Maybe she is on some other call, maybe. Just we'll wait for 2 minutes. Let her come back.
Yeah, please wait. Please wait for 3 minutes. Your trainer will log in again. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Guys, am I audible? Am I audible, guys?
Now you're audible.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. So I was thinking there was an issue from, I was talking, but I didn't understand your people was not able to hear me. Yeah, please tell me. I heard what is Venkat said. He was special. I think he'll be joining back. And Shashi, could you please tell me about yourself? Like, are you a fresher or?
Yeah, hi, my name is Shashikant, and I'm working for one of the big four.
Okay.
And I'm into middleware technologies. I work with BPM, MQ, WebSphere, and Data Power. So I have total
Okay,
8 years of
very good.
experience.
Yeah, great to hear. Yeah. Okay. So Anjanath?
Hi Priyanka. Currently, I'm working in non-technical domain.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have a 6 years of experience in this domain, so I'm switching to this SAP security domain now.
Okay. Very good. So Satish?
Hello.
Yeah, Satish.
Yes, I'm Satish. I'm working in a DXC technology solution as an Microsoft 365 administrator. So I'm looking to be moved
Okay.
to the SAP security domain. So that's the reason I'm planning to become.
Okay. Okay.
I have the 3 years of
So,
experience in that.
yeah, good to hear. So, what about you, Dana?
I'm also the experienced person from TCS company.
Mm-hmm.
On SAP Security, currently I'm working. I'm looking for SAP GRC actually.
Okay, very good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I got to know, like, I would think like you people had a little view what is SAP, why we use SAP. Does anyone have any, knowledge or any idea why SAP and what is SAP? Anyone here? Okay. So let me start from the beginning. So what is SAP? SAP stands for System Application and Products in Data Processing. So here, what is this is the full form of SAP, System Application and Products and Data Processing. So what is so here, what happens is in software, how does SAP in what on what category this SAP falls under? Is it a software program or it is a software language or something like a database or data warehouse? What kind of thing this SAP is? So finally, this comes under an ERP category, which is Enterprise Resource and Planning. So this that means Enterprise Resource and Planning. This comes under ERP category. So generally, this SAP is much more used in the business. Okay. So why exactly they use in the business and where exactly they use in the business? So let me take you to an real time example. Suppose if your people go for a supermarket or go for shopping in a supermarket, you purchase few products in the supermarket and few products will have some tags, that scanner codes you'll be having, and at a billing counter when you scan that code, the amount of that product will be displayed on your display. So how do you think this amount will be displayed? How the scanner, you are scanning the scanner and the amount is getting displayed. So how is it happening? Any idea? Are you people able to see my screen, guys? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Priyank.
So how do you get that bill or the amount of the product when you scan the scanning code? It will be coming from the some application on that system. You will be having some application which is running. So when a person who is in a billing session, when he scans a code, the system will take that code and there will be a data warehouse where this code means this number. It will be written in the data storage, and that system will encode the scanner code, and it will display in the form of a user-friendly language, that is the numeric value will be displayed. Numeric value will be displayed over the monitor. So how that monitor will show you that numeric value through an application. You got my point? Through an application. So that might be any other application which is a software application. So that might also be an SAP application. Excuse me. Got it? Got it? So, got it, guys? Any questions still here? Guys, any questions still here?
No, no, you can
Any
continue.
questions? Yeah.
No, no,
So,
no,
so
madam.
that's where people will use SAP. Not exactly in a shopping mall or in a billing counter, I mean to say, but some purpose the to simplify the things of a business, to simplify the thoughts of the to simplify the
Yeah.
functionality of a business to the users in a user-friendly way. They will be using an application, and one of those application might be SAP, which comes under ERP category, which is Enterprise Resource Planning. So you have many more applications in the market, but this SAP application, I just gave you this example just to get you to a real-time example. That's it. But yeah, this SAP
Yes,
is
I
really
have worked
outstanding.
on.
Yeah, yeah, Shashi, please
Yeah,
tell me.
I have worked on integrating with SAP warehouse management and material management.
Oh,
So
that's
I have
really great,
experience.
Shashi. Yeah.
So
So
I
you might
I
be
have integrated
understanding
with,
this
yes,
better.
yes, I
Yeah,
have integrated with material management and also warehouse management. And even
yeah,
I
that's
worked
great.
with plant maintenance guys also, because there was an integration with two systems. So I was
Mm-hmm.
part of that integration team. So I
Oh,
have knowledge
really?
like how this application works, but exactly, coming to the security and GRC, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
where the security, where
a
the,
lot of
yeah,
guys, yeah, a lot of guys here are very new to this. I mean, some are from non-technical background and some are freshers. I think they
correct.
would be, I mean, they would need this kind of approach. What you're saying, for sure.
Yeah, so that's the reason. What I said about SAP is a very short term way. I mean to say SAP doesn't really will be used for, tit for tat things, like very small things. They won't use SAP. But the thing is, like, why I said you this example is at least you will get to know at what point the application, the software application will function at what point in your real times. So that is very important. So that's the reason I was telling you this example. And thanks for that kind words, Shishi. Really, this freshers would need this kind of examples. And the thing is, so that's what. But in the market, the SAP, you have so many kinds of applications, software applications such as SAP and Oracle, MS Dynamics, JD AdWords, PeopleSoft, many ERP applications you have in the market. But out of those all applications, this SAP is outstanding. So why do you think this SAP is outstanding? And it is having a wide range of occupancy. So why this SAP is getting so outstanding out of the market? Suppose, let me take you to an example again. How many modules or how many segments or how many kinds of work does a single business have so many kinds of departments in it, like billing department, account billing or account or finance department, and HR department, management department or manufacturing department, and also sales department. You know example like the people who works on the sales of that particular product, like sales department, manufacturing department, logistics department. Many kinds of departments you have in the business. So do you think the people who works in the finance department would have the same kind of work to the compared to the people who work in the HR department? Do you think both the people who is working in the HR department and finance department would have the same kind of work? Do you think so? Anyone?
No, absolutely. Their both functionalities are different. So they work
Correct.
in independently with each other department. So there is
Correct.
no
So
relation at all.
yes. So both departments would be different. So the thing is, like, when both departments are different, so both departments are different. The kind of work also they have different work. So some applications will support some applications. Some applications finance people have accounts such kind of work, and HR people will have payroll kind of work. So some applications will support this accounts kind of work, and some applications might not support this accounts kind of work or payroll kind of work. Correct? So they would definitely need some different kinds of applications for different kinds of works they are doing. But here this SAP has a advantage that it can become a solution. SAP gives a solution for all domains in the business, all departments in the business. If the business is having SAP, the material management people, the finance people, HR people, sales and distribution people, logistic people, everyone can use this particular SAP application to work their business, or to maintain the functionality efficiently in their business. they can use the only one application, which is SAP, and that gives the solutions for all the different kinds of departments in the business. So that's the reason this SAP has a very wide range of occupancy in the market in spite of its cost. And also the more advantages of SAP, suppose if you have an Oracle, okay, if you have an application which is an Oracle, so definitely the Oracle would need some different OS, like Oracle would need some Oracle apps, okay? They need Oracle apps is an application, and that need a database called Oracle. But this SAP is not that such kind of thing. If you have an SAP, it is compatible on any of the OS like Unix, Windows, Linux, Solaris, any kind of OS or any kind of database like Sybase, Oracle, HANA, DB2, SQL, any case or any kind of database. So this SAP is compatible on any kind of OS and any kind of database. So that's the reason this SAP is used, and this is supportable in huge languages, many languages. This SAP supports many languages. So that's the advantage of this SAP. That's the reason it is outstanding in the market. Many people are occupying this SAP. Many people are trying to use this SAP. Almost 85% of market they are using SAP in their business. Got it? Any questions still here? Any questions still here, guys?
No, ma'am. No. No, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, out of actually the SAP is a very costly application, but in spite of its cost, very huge number of businesses are using SAP. So, what happens is due to this heavy cost and huge companies are using, very small companies are not able to afford this cost. So that's the reason. To reduce the cost, the SAP has come up with a new ventures like HANA, SAP Cloud, SAP mobile apps, which is nothing but SAP Fiori or something like that. So all these ventures are the cloud ventures. What happens is when you use a cloud concept, I think you will have an idea. Cloud, what is a cloud? You have an idea, right? Amazon Workspace, Google Spaces, right? What is cloud? So cloud is a database that would be given on free of cost, and that database would that cloud concept, what has it done to SAP is very small companies also started using this SAP after introducing this new venture called cloud concept of Fiori or HANA. So because due to the usage of this, the cost has been drastically cut down. Okay, because there is no need to maintain different servers or no need of maintenance, no need of installation, because everything you can do it remote, or no need of separate workspace in an office. You can work remotely from home. So all these things has come up after the introduction of this new venture, which is SAP Cloud or mobile apps or Fiori, I mean to say HANA, Fiori, anything like this. So that's the reason the along with the bigger companies or the huge companies, the small companies are also opting SAP. Got it? Any questions still here, guys? Any questions?
No. Yeah, but
Yeah,
coming to the cloud, like they have all the three. I think they have the platform as service and infrastructure as service and also service as service, like SaaS, PaaS,
correct,
and FaaS, right?
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So, coming to the various jobs in SAP. So, what kind of jobs you have in SAP? So, I think Shishi, this would answer your question. What sort of things you have in SAP Security and GRC? So, there are different kinds of jobs in SAP. So, on SAP application, that means on SAP application, the jobs are segregated, guys. So, application doesn't function only in a one way, and only one person who is having a single kind of skill set, they cannot manage entire SAP application, right? So the people having different skill sets coming together, working in different jobs can maintain SAP together. So that's the reason the SAP would offer various jobs. Okay, they are categorized as SAP admin jobs, SAP technical jobs, and SAP functional jobs. So what exactly is this functional jobs? So let me come from the bottom. So what exactly is this functional, SAP functional suite? So SAP functional jobs are something which is, related to the functionality of a business. Suppose if there is someone who is working for the finance, that is like functionality, one functionality of a business, right? Suppose sales, logistics, marketing, production, manufacturing. These are the functionalities in the business. So the people who work really on the functionality of the business, those modules are called SAP functional modules, like SAP Finance, which is called as SAP FICO, SAP Sales, which is called as SAP SD, Material Management, which is called as MM, okay, which is PLM, which is Logistic Management, and SRM, CRM, all these things comes under functional modules. Coming to the technical modules, see, any application, if you think there is a WhatsApp application on your mobile, it is running, okay, it is running, you're able to access WhatsApp, you're able to text something, send a photo. This WhatsApp application is working very fine with you. And what do you think? Backside of this application, how this application is working? Anyone? How this application is functioning? There might be
So
some
they
code written, right? Yeah, please tell me.
they'll be having the some for applications they'll be having some multiple what do you say, for programming. So whether it may be
Yeah,
Python,
very good.
Java, or .NET
Correct,
or
correct.
anything,
So
and they need a
there would be
database
some
or
code.
they need a middleware. Yeah.
Very good, very good. So there need a database definitely, but how this application is working in the sense, so there would be some different code which is specifically built for this application, and that code is making this application to work, right? Similarly, this SAP application also, if SAP application is working, that means there is a code written in the backend. So this SAP, the coding or something which is written on backend is an ABAP coding. SAP is built on ABAP code. So ABAP is something which is a coding language, coding language that is used in SAP. So in SAP, you have a coding language which is called as ABAP. So that ABAP people who work for the development, that developers, okay, that coding, who does that coding and everything, that developers are called as technical people. It is a building block of SAP, you can call it as. So whatever the functionality or whatever is related to coding, that will be dealt by an SAP ABAP consultant. Okay. Coming to the admin. Admin in the sense, first thing, there will be a database. To store any data in an application, which is an SAP application, you first need a database. So to work on that database, to maintain that database or to configure some SAP systems, to install some SAP systems, you need certain team who are called as SAP basis consultants. They work on SAP databases, data warehouse, SAP installation, SAP configurations, like that. So those people are called SAP basis consultant. And what is SAP security? So SAP security or something. Suppose guys, you have an Instagram application, guys. So Instagram or Amazon, any shopping application or social media application, any application you have. So to log into that application and to access that application, what do you exactly require? Anyone?
So we have Active Directory and some privilege access management is there, right? Already some companies will
Correct.
be using like CyberArk, SailPoint,
Correct.
and
Correct.
I exactly not remembering, but most of these companies, give the access to the particular applications in and access to only some particular applications only. They'll give the access. So like privilege
Yeah.
access management and identity management
Not
will be there.
exactly the access, I would say. How do you access? How do you open an application? Like, how do you use the application? Any other answers, guys? Any other answers? Anjina, Sunil Kumar, Satish, Sai Kiran.
What was your question? Or your
Anything like, if you want to access an application, if you want to open an application, what you would require? You require a
More of like
username and
permissions,
password, right?
username and
Yeah,
password, but more of the permissions to
permissions
know,
also.
like
Correct, correct. So
do
that
some
much,
activities or view. Like there are three
correct,
like read, write, and edit options will be there for any
correct,
particular
Shashi.
application.
Correct. Great. So, exactly. So, to log into an application, first and foremost, you would require your user ID, your account to be set up on that application. Then only you will be able to log on to any application like Amazon, Instagram, WhatsApp, any application. If you want to log in, you need to have your user ID or password. Using that, you will be entering into the application, which is called as an authentication. Okay, you will be entering the application using your authentication, and that authentication is a username and password. So similarly, and after logging to the application, like after logging to the Instagram or Amazon or WhatsApp, after logging using your username and password, what more you require? You require permission to access any news feed or browsing data, anything. If you want to do anything, you need a permission. Similarly, in SAP also, if all these consultants, functional consultants, technical consultants, basis consultants, and the users who are using SAP like end customer, all these people who wanted to use SAP would definitely require their user IDs to be set up on SAP application and would definitely require the relevant permissions or authorizations according to their business or according to their work, according to their responsibilities, they need the permissions. Okay, so those things, the creation of user IDs and dealing with the permissions or providing the authorization to the people who are using SAP will be done by SAP Security and GRC consultants. Got it? Clear? Any questions still here?
No, Priyanka.
Yeah. So the people, suppose if there is a access to be, if there is a finance consultant, okay, finance consultant came to you for the access. So finance consultant came to you for the access. The SAP security people should give the finance access only. They should not give the HR access because that might cause a risk or fraud. Correct? So that access restrictions will also be done by an SAP security persons only. So what kind of jobs this SAP admin people will have? So user administration, authorizations and permissions, troubleshooting authorization issues. That means some user creation activities, user, addition or whatever the user creation activities comes under user administration. So that kind of activities you'll be having in your day-to-day activities, and also the authorization permissions, giving authorization and permissions to the users, and restricting that authorizations, restricting that permissions, and also troubleshooting that authorizations related issues. All this kind of task comes under your daily activities. Coming to the rare activities, you'll be having the implementation task. Okay, implementation in the sense setting up a new system. Okay, and security role design is nothing but we will be providing this permissions to the user in the form of role. So to design this role, that is a task you'll be having, that is a rare activity. And configurations, post installations, all these things will be having as a rare activities. Okay, okay, got it. So you have all this will be having, and you'll be having some different kinds of specializations in SAP security, which is R3 security, BI security, HR security, CRM security, EP security. So R3 security is nothing but ECC security, which is enterprise central component, ERP central component, you can call it as, which is nothing but R3 security, which we are discussing in our course, which is a basic building block to begin your career as an SAP security consultant. Everyone should know ECC security, then only you can proceed with any other securities. So now in our course, we are discussing ECC security and GRC. So these are other courses of SAP Security, like BW Security is nothing but it was related to some, data warehouse team where they execute the reports out of systems and they give write, read, execute access to the reports. And HR Security is something which is related to maintaining the HR data of employee in the organization. Like some employees will have data which can be public, and some employee data which should be confidential. So that restrictions, that organization structure, that should be built using HR security. And CRM security is mostly like customer relationship management. This is, where there's a huge customer base or service related clients are there. So they use this CRM security more. And EP security, it looks like a web page, like it is a Java built web page. It looks more or less like a Facebook or WhatsApp. So Instagram like that. So that EP security is a portal security. So this kind of securities you have, and in this course you'll be learning the important main security, which is an ECC security. So basically, when there is a job requirement, you will be having the ECC security and GRC security. Okay, the job description would be this. If you know this BI, HR, CRM, or EP securities, or any sort of securities, other securities, that would be, of course, add on to your resume. But yeah, these are the basic things that you must have as an SAP security consultant. Got it clear? Any questions still here? Any questions still here, guys?
No, it's fine. Okay, continue.
Hmm. So this is about the ECC security, just demo. So if you have any question, you can ask me, guys. Like it is not, don't think like it is an appropriate question or no. And of course, this is a new topic. So any question you can have, you will not know
I
is that an appropriate or not, but you can ask me any question, no issues. So
I think
I
freshers
would
and
really,
non-technical guys, I think you need to raise your questions because you people will be come moving into this, right? So definitely you will be having a lot of questions. So you just put them
yeah.
questions.
Yeah, so the thing is like, yeah, don't get, just make it as a friendly conversation. So when it is like a conversation kind of things, you will be,
Hello, I'm not able to hear your voice.
am I audible now?
Yes,
Am I audible now, guys? Am I audible?
yes, yes.
Yeah, so the thing is like, yeah, if you do not have any questions, we can proceed further. So this is just a demo. Just to give you an overview, what is SAP, what is security, and what is, GRC. So what is GRC? Coming to what is GRC? So GRC is a different concept, more looks like security, but it's a kind of automation for different kind of components. So the GRC stands for governance, risk, and compliance. Okay. So example, what is automation, guys? Do you remember in some days back, some way back? a way back, if you need a passport, what you need to do? You need to go to a passport office, give all your details, fill the form, and do everything to apply your passport or go and everything. You have to at least make 3 to 4 visits to get your passport done. But nowadays, what happened? Everything is automated. With sitting at your home, you can access the portal and you can book for your passport. You can fill everything online. You can do everything online. This is called as an automation, guys. Okay. Similarly, in a bank also, if you need some some cash to be deposited into your account, you need to go bank and fill the form of the deposit form, give to an employee, and that bank employee will make some stamps on authentication. Then again, they will be depositing, and that will reflect in your account after 24 hours. All these things will happen manually, so that takes a long time. But what happened now? Everything is automated. You can do a transaction or deposit on a single click from sitting at your home on your mobile. You can do everything in a single click. So this is what called automation. Similarly, GRC also brought a lot of automation to the SAP. For different components of SAP, it has been given a very good automation. So this GRC, governance, risk and compliance, is a concept, guys. It's not a tool, it's a concept. Okay? Every technology has this GRC concept. Like Oracle, Microsoft, SAP, any other technologies also have this GRC concept. What is GRC concept? What is governance, risk, and compliance, guys? In general terms, what is governance, what is risk, and what is compliance? Anyone? Anyone? So governance is nothing but a monitoring.
This is
Risk
strategies
is,
and policies,
yeah,
more of
very good. Very good.
like
So governance is nothing but, as you said, the governance is nothing but monitoring, and compliance is nothing but some application of strategies on policies, as you said, and risk is nothing but fraud. So monitoring that risk and applying the strategies to minimize that risk is nothing but GRC. Got it? So this GRC concept is not only useful for SAP, it could be for GRC for Oracle, GRC for Microsoft. For every application, there would be GRC. So this is called SAP GRC, which is used for not only for automation but also monitoring the risk in the business and applying the strategies or policies to minimize that risk. That is GRC. Got it? Any questions
I
still
have,
here?
yeah, I have a question here. So when you say it is a strategy, I mean it's a methodology or it's a
Mm-hmm.
concept.
Yeah.
So why only SAP? We need to opt because it's a general concept, right?
Yes, yes.
So why company has to come to only SAP? To give the GRC or
So the thing is
the
like the thing is like GRC from SAP as a GRC. So SAP named this concept as a GRC tool. Okay. And Oracle might have this compliance policies with the other name. Microsoft would monitor the risk with other name. They didn't name it as in GRC. That's it. Did I answer your
yeah.
question? I'm not
I
able
mean
to
I got
hear
it, but
you.
my question is already there are certain rules and any kind of industry. Hello,
Okay.
yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm able to hear you.
Hello,
I'm able to hear you.
yeah, can you hear? Yeah. So my question is already yeah, there is already set of rules and regulations by the government. Okay,
Okay.
for particular organizations or for any industry. Okay, so
Okay.
my question is, so already there is a like pharma, there is HIPAA regulation, and for your European Union it is GDPR. Okay, some lot of
Yes, yes,
regulations are there. So even for
yes,
IT, there are some regulations there. IT GRC is already there. So why?
yes.
I mean, this SAP tool will help that GRC to implement in organization. Is that that is
Not in
the
the organization. This GRC tool will help only in the implement only in the SAP application. That's it. Suppose, suppose let me give you an example. Suppose a person who is working in a material management is having an access of HR. That is a risk, right? He should not have that access, right? For that, you
Yeah, I mean,
cannot.
yeah, I got your point. My saying is that if a client or a organization we are working, like, I mean, for suppose if TCS is having a client called State Street, okay,
Mm-hmm,
so State Street
mm-hmm,
client has implemented lot of SAP applications. So for that
correct,
governance, those all applications they are using GRC, right?
correct, correct, correct. You're correct.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, so this GRC was introduced in 2006. Okay, it is if you ask me, it is a new technology or a revised technology. So actually, what happened is there was a tool called Versa, and SAP acquired Versa and renamed it as GRC. So what happened actually? What is the evolution of how this GRC was evolved is, dates back, there was some thing happened in a USA in 2000 year or 1999 year. There was a global recession in US, okay, which was due to the downfall of economy. Okay, downfall of US economy. There was a global recession. Of course, US is the biggest economy in the world, so many countries indirectly or directly depends upon the US trade. So that's the reason there was a global recession happened due to that economic downfall of a few companies, very big companies of US like Enron, JP Morgan, Lehman Brothers. So these three companies were having the economic downfall. So due to that, global recession happened. So way back, hope you remember, like Satyam was also having a downfall. So only if Satyam was having a downfall, it shaked the Indian economy. So imagine three companies in US were having an economic downfall, so that became a fuel in the fire. So of course the global market was down. So a committee from the US, they have set up a leadership, okay, so they have set up a leadership to come up with a solution for this financial fraud. So they have first analyzed why this happened, then they came to know this was due to the financial fraud. So that means a person who was working as one finance consultant might have some other access, and they did not know what they're doing or they wantedly did something happen. But what happened finally is, there was a financial loss was there in that companies due to the additional access they have or due to the conflicting access they had. So they proposed a solution called SOD. So SOD is nothing but segregation of duties. That means they came up with a law called SOX law, under which this SOD policy is there. So what is this SOD? It is a segregation of duties. So suppose a person who is working as a clerk should have only the access related to him. He should not have the manager related access because he can make a fraud. Similarly, a person who is working in HR should have only access related to the HR responsibilities. The person who is working in finance should have only that related access. So this is what the segregation of duties is all about. Okay. So there was when this law has come and this concept was come, they have made mandatory for all the companies, and they have appointed auditors to audit on this. So the auditors was having a law, huge demand at that time. So Jashwit Dill, who is an Indian, he founded a tool for this, which is called as Vatsa, okay, which was working on the principles of SOD. So what this SAP has done, SAP has overtaken that Vatsa tool and they have named it as GRC. Okay. So after this, they named it as GRC 5.1 when they initially took. Then 5.2, 5.3, 10, 10.1. Now it's 12.0. It is running. The latest version is 12.0 or 12.0. The latest version of GRC is. So this is how the GRC was evolved. And GRC has different components in it, like access control, process control, risk management, global trade services, and nota fiscal electronica. So out of this, the access control is the one which will be taught in the sessions, and process control is one which is used for the clients to implement the process. Okay, which is how the company runs. It is related to the business, the procedures, implementing the procedures and everything is in process control. Risk management will also get covered in the access control, and global trade service is applied to the companies related to the exports and imports called, global trade or custom duties to follow the existing policies of every country in every country. But this global trade services is not in the market. And Nota Fiscal Electronica is a dedicated tool for the Brazil country. Brazil government is using this tool for Brazil government related services to maintain the corruption-free country. So coming to the access control, you will be having, see, access control, you will be having four components in it. Emergency access management, access risk analysis, access request management, business role management. Any questions still here, guys? Anyone? Anyone? Any questions you have? Shashikant, Sunil, Anjinath, Satish, Dhana, Venkat. Venkat, I think you were not in the session continuously, so hope you'll go to the recording to go through all the points, okay?
ఓకే మేడం సారీ మేడం ఓకే వేరే అర్జెంట్ కాల్ వస్తే
I
కొంచెం
understand.
మాట్లాడాల్సి వచ్చింది
I understand. I understand. No issues for that. Just go to the recording so that you'll understand the demo. Today you didn't have a very technical sort of thing, but very kind of important, I could say, because this will give you an overview, so you can go to the recording. Okay. Okay, Venkat.
ఓకే
Yeah.
మేడం
Any questions? Other people? Any questions? And also, once the demo is done, if anyone has any doubt on SAP, you can ask me. While the sessions are running, also you can ask me. No issues. So
ఓకే మేడం ఎక్స్క్యూజ్
you
మేడం
just
మరి టుమారో ఉంటుంది మేడం టుమారో ఉందా మేడం మళ్ళీ టుమారో ఉంటుంది మేడం డెమో సెక్షన్ ఏమైనా
no, Venkat, I didn't had a plan of it, but really, if there are some more students, then yeah, we'll plan accordingly. Venkat. You'll
ఓకే
get to know from your point of contact. Okay. Anyways,
ఓకే
go
మేడం
through the recording as well. But if there is a demo again, you'll get to know. Or else, even if after the first class also, if there is any demo, I'll invite you. No problem.
ఓకే మేడం
Okay. Yeah. So coming to this access control, see, initially what I said, there was Versa systems. Then after they have 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, like that 10, 10.1 and 12. Till 12, these names were like four components in GRC. This is very important, which is emergency access management, access risk analysis, access request management, and business role management. And the same components in the previous versions or way back versions was called as emergency access management, was called as super user privilege management or firefighter, and risk analysis was called as risk analysis and evaluation or the complaints calibrator, and request management was called as complaint user provisioning or access enforcer, and business role management was called as enterprise role management or role architect. So, but as of now, you should remember these four components. They are called as these four components. They are calling by these names. Okay. Yeah. So what does exactly these four components do? So first coming to ARA, which is access risk analysis. So this helps in identifying the risk, removing the risk, okay, and reducing the risk or reducing the impact of risk, applying a valid strategies or valid processes. We can reduce the risk, which is called as mitigation. Removing the risk is called remediation, and identifying or analyzing a risk is called risk analysis. So these things will be dealt in the access risk analysis topic, which will be discussed depth in the sessions. And emergency access management. So suppose a person is a very VVIP and he need a major access, but we cannot give him the access due to the conflict, because we cannot give the elevated access to anyone in the organization to avoid the risk. So in that cases, you'll have some super users who will have an elevated access. So instead of using their ID, they can be used the super user IDs, which are called as FFIDs or firefighter IDs. And that firefighter, whatever the action they do in the firefighter IDs will be tracked. Okay. and that will be monitored and reviewed. So that kind of concepts will be covered in the emergency access management. And coming to the business role management, I said you already the role is something which will, suppose for a user, you will give the permissions in the form of roles. So the automation or the creation or modification related to that roles is called as a BRM, and ARM is nothing but access request management, which is totally related to the automation. I said, right? GRC gave a lot of automation. So here in the ARM, you'll read about the automation. So this is what the four components what we have in GRC. Four components: access, emergency access management, access risk analysis, request management, and business role management. So these are what about, you know, the GRC four components. So any questions still here? Any questions still here? Sorry, don't mind for the disturbance, guys. There was some unexpected disturbance coming. Any questions still here? You can ask me any sort of questions if you have.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Dana.
Mm.
So, any other questions? So Venkat, ఒకవేళ రేపు డెమో సెషన్ ఉంటే I'll be calling you. So guys, it's your comfort. If you can ask me in English or Telugu, any language, preferably. Like if some people are there, who do not know Telugu, then yeah. So I'll be trying to explain in both the languages. So no issues for that. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me in our next session as well. Just go to the recording, go to the demo, and once the thing is done, then we'll plan for the session. Okay? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
ma'am.
much, guys. Yeah. Good talking to you all. Bye.
Thank you. We should